And streaming. Yes, it's working, I hope.
Sweet.
Let me just make sure because I'm going to do it and I'm going to go there and it's going to be loud. And I'm going to be like, oh no. And you're going to be like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. Probably.
All right, cool. I'm glad we covered all of that.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Should we clap it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm already clapping.
What's up, everybody? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are here today to talk about Friday the 13th, the series, Season 1, Episode 9. The episode is entitled Root of All Evil. That's a pun.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a pun. And hey, guess what?
What?
This is your warning. We're about to spoil the episode. So if you haven't seen it already and wish to, pause this, watch that, come back. You're back. Welcome back. Tressa, what did you think of this episode?
This was a wild episode. So much going on.
Right?
We get to see Lloyd for more than 5 seconds. It was
We got so much fucking Lloyd.
He wishes. Boy, what a corporate dickhead.
What a corporate dickhead. But it's very appropriate that he's in this episode because the idea behind it, so the cursed object is a fucking wood chipper that they call a mulcher, and it's an antique.
Wait.
Yeah,
so
I know,
Louis' antique shop is more like a junk shop. What's going on here? Antique wood chipper. What are you doing, Louis?
I guess anything could be a cursed object.
Where's he keeping that before he sold it? Out back?
Right? It does not go with the aesthetic of the shop at all.
How would it go through the front door? It could not. Oh, you know what? That's why he has the elevator.
That's right. That freight elevator that we have not seen ever since the first episode.
Nope.
So the wood chipper, used to great effect in Fargo. In this, when you put a person into it, it calculates the net worth of that person and spits out US currency from the year 1937, which is the year that the mulcher, the vintage mulcher, was created. And so,
which technically isn't an antique if it's only 50 years old. I think that makes it vintage.
I mean, vintage just like vintage means it's from the vine. It refers to wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I
think that anything over 20 years is considered an antique. I think so.
No way. I don't believe that for a second.
You know what? I'm gonna look up
antique I wish right now.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
I'm so glad that who is it? The Farrelly brothers that did Fargo?
The Coen brothers.
Who are the Farrelly brothers? Did they do comedies?
Yeah, didn't they do like something about Mary?
Yeah. So them and the Coen brothers got together and wrote Fargo.
So Ben Stiller jacked off into a wood chipper.
It was horrific. I'm so glad they watched this episode because we would never have Fargo without it.
All right. 100 years according to customs laws. Yep.
Yeah. Nailed it. 20 years, Josh. You can get 20-year-old shit at the thrift store.
You know what? I'm just gonna see. I don't know. I'm not gonna Google too hard. Let's go with 100 years. Anyway, this cursed object somehow snuck in. Some guy bought it. He killed his mother and pushed her into it, but he also went crazy.
Yeah. Cuckoo bananas.
He understood how it worked, apparently.
Like in great detail.
Right. And then a random guy doing yard work just stumbles on it and seems to understand it inherently.
I feel
That
like that
guy
happens
played
every
by
time.
Enrico Colantoni.
That's right, Josh. Galaxy Quest. What's his name? Ma- Mathazar. Just Shoot Me's Elliot. Veronica Mars's dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody's favorite guy that is fantastic and so great in this episode.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right. He's always a compelling actor.
Yeah, he's great.
Um, so the guy who bought it like explains that you have to make like risky investments if you want it to pay high dividends.
Yeah, at like the end of the episode, he does. Go
Right.
ahead.
Everything. Listen, this things are really not put together very well on this show. It's like it asks you to take leaps of faith multiple times per episode. You
Yeah.
know, they go out in search of this thing. People doing yard work apparently just throw on coveralls and go to work. And there are volunteers doing this as well as paid employees.
I don't
Ryan
understand.
and Jack go undercover at some
Undercover
point.
groundskeeper. Yeah. Bro,
Also, Ryan pronounces his last name in this episode DeLion, Ryan DeLion, but I thought it was Ryan Dallion.
I didn't know his last name, so I'm going to say you're right.
So I don't know if maybe I just remembered it wrong. Maybe I read it once upon a yesteryear
Mm-hmm.
and sub vocalized incorrectly, as one does.
Right.
I don't fucking know. Any whoosies. My whole original point is Lloyd is an 80s douchebag, and this whole episode is about a wood chipper that calculates the net worth of a human being the way an 80s douchebag would do.
And he didn't even go through the wood chipper.
He didn't
Like,
even go through it, but he
we were
has a
all
lot
waiting
of
for it.
relationship stuff with Roby.
And it was all gross. Very manipulative and emotionally abusive. Did not care for it. You know
He
what?
he wanted her to return to her life.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, well, this is important. And he's like a snob.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she kind of was a snob and she's coming around to being less of a snob.
Yeah.
Is that like a
Absolutely.
reasonable thing about
She
her?
was Lloyd's fiance or is or whatever, and she very much played that part. There's a reason they were together, but now she's learning about how the world works and the metaphysical world, and she's loosening up a little bit, maybe being little less judgmental. And at this point, I'm like, you know what, Ryan? I apologize. You go after your cousin because Lloyd's a dick.
Also, Lloyd did some checking up on Ryan DeLion. It turns
Uh-huh.
out they're only cousins by marriage. So guess what, buddy? Go for it.
Go for it.
Fucking go for it.
High five, drilling, whatever. I'm just saying, like, because she's like, Lloyd, that's gross. He's my cousin. Finally, somebody said it. And then he's like, by marriage. Oh, that's the first time we heard that because,
Right.
guys.
So Ryan is being a complete fucking loser this whole fucking episode to Mickey. He's like jealous
Uh-huh.
and manipulative also. Like
Yeah.
she's stuck between a rock and a hard place with these two. They both suck.
Yep. Two dicks.
Stuck between a cock and a hard case.
Nice, dude.
um at one point she's saying goodbyes on the grounds of the estate where all the
Okay.
shit is going down.
Rewind real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Lloyd's like, okay, lady, you can come home with me now or just don't come home ever. And she's like, okay, you win. I'm going home. Oh, yeah. And they did it a bunch or something. I don't know. And then she's like, hold
She had
up.
sexy negligees,
Yeah.
right?
She's like, yeah, she did. God,
But
Josh, you're like,
it was like it was like Joan Collins style
yeah,
lingerie, not like
flowy.
right.
It was,
Like I'm gonna sit down at my desk and write out a love
yes,
letter.
that or I just murdered my husband. What? He hasn't been home in weeks? And she's like, wait, I need to go say goodbye to my friends before we go to the airport. So they're at a cabin. She visits them on their undercover groundskeeper job.
As you would.
Did she even know where they were? What?
Also, there is no
Okay.
discussion of like we better go undercover as groundskeepers. It's
No,
just like
it's like
they showed up with
do
coveralls and they're doing yard work.
the identical coveralls that everyone else is wearing.
Why do they have to go undercover at all? And why do they have to do yard work?
I don't.
And like, wouldn't the people doing the yard work be the first ones to be like, wait, you don't belong here?
Who the fuck are you?
And
You
aren't
weren't there
they the
last week.
ones who've got the fucking cursed object?
Yes, for the groundskeeping company, or the gardening company, as they called it, owned by Robert Smith of The Cure.
Yeah. Boys don't cry.
Unless they're put in feet first into a wood chipper, why would you put them in feet first? That's just mean.
That is mean. You get to watch it go. I mean, it's mean the other way too.
But at least it's over with quickly.
It's gotta be awful either way. So
Really?
you choose face first.
100%. I don't know. I don't want all the way up. You know how long that takes to do your whole body? And you're going to feel every inch of it going all the way up to your fucking eyeballs.
I feel like I have enough upper body strength. I could pull myself out.
You know, I feel like a lot of the people in this show did as well and did not do that. Like maybe, I don't know, Elliot from Just Shoot Me could have easily grabbed that bag and gotten out of that wood chipper, but instead he was like, I'm just gonna let it go in a little bit further, and
All right,
then
let's take a deep dive on Elliot from Just Shoot Me.
yeah.
So he's working the grounds. He tells Smitty to like go home and take a bath and he'll do some work for him. And he just like magically discovers the value of this wood chipper when his like old friend from art school, I guess, shows up with a
That's
brown
right.
bag.
And a ponytail that's
Yeah.
did not need to be a ponytail.
He's just drinking a 40 and he's like, hey man, the leg breakers are after you for 500 a week. I'll keep my mouth shut. If he had 500 a week, why wouldn't he give it to these guys he apparently owes?
If he had 500 a week, he would not be doing landscaping at this fucking shithole place. 500 a week. If I made 500 a week, I wouldn't be doing this shithole podcast. I'm just kidding.
Long story short, art school guy, he gets smashed in the face with his own 40, fed into the wood chipper, and Elliot from Just Shoot Me gets like $25 or whatever out of the deal because that's what that guy's worth.
Okay, question. Didn't he get the money before he pushed the guy into the wood chipper? Like, wasn't it like you kill a guy, you get money? But an added bonus is you can hide the body in the wood chipper through disintegration.
I think you might be right. I feel like they were a little sloppy on the mechanics of that one.
Yeah. And also, okay, magic. Never mind. I was going to say, where does the body go? But it goes to Magic Town.
It turns into money.
Right, but the first guy didn't. There was just money all of a sudden. And then he got fed in.
I guess,
Magic, Josh.
Magic. Devil's magic.
Oh, all right. We need to talk about the fact that Mickey and Ryan go like talk to some people. I don't even remember who. And they come back to the shop and they're like, hey, Jack, we did all this stuff and this magic thing happened and we're doing this stuff and magic, magic, magic. And Jack's like, oh, Lloyd's here. And Lloyd pops up and he's like, what's up now? What's going on with the magic? They not only tell him everything, which fair, they show him everything in the vault. Keep the fucking goddamn vault closed.
Well, but in fairness, if
No,
Mickey's trying to make the relationship work, she's trying not to like have secrets from her fiance. And like, all right, so like, I didn't want to tell you this because it's like difficult to explain, but here we are. This is what's going on. Here is the vault of cursed objects. And he doesn't believe it at first, and he's very dismissive. But then later on, here's the thing. He sucks. But I want to say that he doesn't 100% suck, because he was like, listen, I believe that you believed it. And then he likens it to a time in his youth when his sister made him believe in Santa Claus. And he believed that he saw Santa Claus in the sky.
See, that to me, that whole thing seemed like a way to make him look like even more of an asshole. He's like, I don't believe, but I believe you believe, dum dum. Remember when I was a kid and I thought stupid Santa Claus was real? You stupid idiot. It's fine. It doesn't matter. My point being, why
but I
show
feel
him everything in the vault? He's not going to believe anyway. And also, there's cursed objects in there that will escape and hurt you and kill you and stuff.
They should have just let the doll attack him or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know how else you prove it other than like, sorry, buddy, we just got to do this the hard way.
Yeah, by murdering you.
I'm going to feed you into the mulcher. See how much you're worth.
Oh, no, it is cursed, but you're also going to die before you realize that.
Well, so, okay. So then he's like, all right, I'm leaving. And if you're coming with me, you're coming with me. And if you're not, then I'll assume that we're not together. So she's like, okay, fine, whatever. Let's do it. I'll get on the plane with you. And Ryan is like, hey, you can't do that. Like, we made a pact. She's like, I didn't make a pact.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm in my 30s.
He's like, but listen, we still have a responsibility.
Do they?
And she's like, but listen, that's easy for you to say. You want to be here living over this cursed antique store. I have a real life to get back to. You have nothing to lose, and this is fun for you. And you know what? Valid argument.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the grounds where they're in coveralls and whatever. Lloyd and Mickey show up. They hear screams because Elliot from Just Shoot Me is about to murder the like nice old lady.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but also Jack hears
he has like a
Ryan.
Letter opener or something. It's unclear what he's holding, but it does not look like a weapon even.
He's got a shed full of could be weapons. What is he doing? He
It's like, I'm holding a pipe cleaner to threaten you with.
He hit that
It's
one
a
guy in the
shoehorn.
tummy.
It's an antique shoehorn.
But it's cursed. He walks into that room with that lady and he says like a super creepy thing, like, you have no idea how happy you're about to make me. You're making it weird, dude. Just kill her. That's weird.
She's
Don't
like,
do
what can I
that.
do for you? He's like, you have no idea what you could.
No, dude. You're making her more scared. Okay. Josh is going out.
Microphone.
There you are.
Okay, and hold on, I have to pause the recording and retell it the thing. Let's see. Oh no. shit.
Did
Hold
you
on a
just
sec.
delete it?
No, I didn't delete it. And let me export the first part. Sorry, everybody that's watching this stream. We'll be up and running in a second. Friday. Episode 9, Josh. Part 1.
I'm just gonna say a couple things while you do that.
Yeah, that's
There's
fine.
one point where Mr. Mars, Veronica Mars's dad, locks Ryan in the shed, and after
Yeah,
hitting him over
he's
the
a
head,
very bad it's a very bad
terrible,
murderer.
terrible.
All right, so wait, is
And
this record? Okay, hold on a second. This is
okay,
a pickup clap.
okay,
Clap with me. Okay, that's pickup clap for part 2.
okay. So Ryan is in the shed, and I mean, okay, he's passed out because he got knocked over the head. He's got to have so many concussions by now. And but he's like yelling, and Jack hears him, and Jack comes, and he's because he's the world's greatest lock picker. He's messing with the thing and getting it unlocked. And before like he's even halfway unlocking this padlock, on the other side of the door, Ryan's like, Jack? Ryan, how did you know that was Jack?
He
You
just
guys are
heard
fun.
locks being picked and knew. Yeah, so
That's fair.
Elliot from Just Shoot Me sucks because he's like knocks him out, leaves him where he could get chewed up by the thing, but instead he like goes back to get his knife that's stuck in a box.
A first aid kit, ironically.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, someone wrote that in there. It's like, oh yeah, that's great. First aid, you guys get it? First aid.
So so that's dumb.
Ah,
Old lady Moneybags
yep.
is held captive. Mickey and Lloyd encounter the two of them,
Mhm.
and Mickey is supremely unimpressed when Lloyd does nothing to stop Elliot from Just Shoot Me.
I mean, first, I mean, granted. But that's kind of a weird situation to walk into. I'm sure that you're like fight or flight is like, nope, I'm not doing either of those things. I'm going to stand here confused. What's going on? That was the weirdest scream I've ever heard in my life. Huh?
Also, Mickey did
Mhm.
nothing to stop them either.
She was waiting for Lloyd to do something.
Yeah, I only stand around and have men do things, apparently.
Yeah, she's a lady.
You know, she had a hit with a cover of One Night in Bangkok.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Not that song. I love that
And it
song.
was out like when the original was out. So it's like she had a competing version that came out like very soon after the original.
Competing with the original? Baby, wait a couple weeks.
And it's not terribly different.
Well, that's our theme song now. Uh, okay, so they get back to Crazy Shed where everyone's name, where Elliot from Just Shoot Me has pushed the wood chipper next to the side of the shed where it's very obvious where it is and everyone can see it, but for somehow it's there so no one can find it. And Jack's like, oh, found, or Ryan, I don't know, found your big bag of money. What are you gonna do now, bitch? And he's like, it's fine. I have a, oh, no. So Ryan throws it in the wood chipper and he goes after it. Elliot, that's like the first rule of wood chipping. Don't go after anything that's in it.
Elliot from Just Shoot Me has not been doing yard work for very long, I'm guessing.
Mm-mm.
He found the magic wood chipper. He put it to great use. and then he chased a bag into it.
He did. After feeding a guy foot first into it.
So his old friend from art school, never
Uh-huh.
to be seen again.
Nope.
Smitty, never to be seen again.
Nope.
The guy,
Smitty.
right? That was his name.
What's Smitty short for?
Robert Smith.
Smithy? Oh, okay.
His real name is Robert
Robert
Smith. They called him
Smithany?
Smitty.
Okay, got it.
And then there was that blue blood guy that like was doing something at the estate.
But his glasses they fell in the middle of the yard, so somebody found him and was like, wait a minute. Glasses. Also, the look that Elliot from Just Shoot Me gave the wood chipper mouth when he first saw it for the first time, absolutely erotic.
And I have to go back and check that.
He was just mesmerized. He was like, holy fuck, that is the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life. Respect. I'm gonna stick my dick in it.
And all of me.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to change the subject.
So then at the end of the episode, Lloyd leaves, Mickey stays. Ryan has hung up a banner that says, "Welcome home, Mickey."
Aw.
Aw is right. You two crazy kids are only related by marriage.
Get porkin'.
Yeah, cousins make dozens.
Oh, that's adorable.
A friend of mine in high school was going out with a girl, and 6 months into it, they found out that they were cousins.
Oh, how'd that end up?
They just looked at each other like, well,
why stop now?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, that's upsetting.
It was like, some factions of the family had been estranged, and so yeah, they did not know. And then when I don't know who found out, like somebody's grandmother, maybe both of their grandmother. Do they have a shared grandmother? I'm not sure. She was reportedly excited about it. That's where I got the phrase "cousins make dozens."
Spit take. Wow, what? Is that what grandma said?
That is what my friend said. His grandmother said. To be fair, my friend
is a liar.
Is a liar about some things, but very honest about many things. So I don't know if this would have fallen under the category of honesty or lies back then.
I don't.
I think I choose to believe all of that is true.
Is that something you lie about to brag about? Maybe I don't know if that's a brag, but if you're lying, it feels like a brag.
I mean,
you know what?
I mean, I met her, I knew her a little bit, so like I don't think that was untrue.
How many kids do they have now?
They did not stay together.
Come on, yes,
stand the test of time. I don't know if any living relative actually said cousins make dozens, or if that's something he made up. But when it was told to me, it was told under those terms.
We're gonna go with yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Grandma is excited for grandbabies.
Their grandbabies times 2.
Well, it seems like you're getting less of a deal then, because you don't have to.
They're great grandbabies.
Right. I understood the math.
But they're great grandbabies times 2. It's like you get a double value because they're from yeah.
Yeah, they're extra pure is what you're saying.
The bloodline is pure, if that's what you're saying. You know, they knew from like horse breeding 100 to 200 years before they figured it out for humans that it's a bad idea for two genetically similar animals to have offspring.
Yeah, genetically.
Genetically.
But emotionally, hot dog.
Anyway, long story short, Ryan and Mickey go to town.
It was crazy. The longest post-credit scene I've ever seen. Black couch, white room. All right.
We're not used to those camera angles on this show.
Yeah, it was wild. So many antiques were used in the. All right. That's all the time we have for this episode, Josh.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back with more stories of cursed antiques next time.
My phone's in the way. I'm just going to do this real quick. Goodbye. Oh, do this one too. Ha ha ha. La la la. How to get that StreamYard?
All right. So are we still on streaming? It says it is.
Where's it say that?
It says that on my Zoom.